This is not necessarily for Heather, but this is for someone else listening because Spirit's interjecting, is that sometimes you're really asking, do I want to stay with this person?
Hello, and welcome to the Constance Messmer Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in.
So the question basically is, what happens when I'm manifesting one thing and my husband's manifesting the opposite, or my partner's manifesting the opposite? Remember I think I addressed it in a manifesting video, and I should probably write a book called Mesmer on Manifesting. I have so many things to tell you about that. But it's always that split. If one, you really have to come together on it, because if you're both trying to decide, do we leave, do we not leave, and one has dug their heels in, I'd have conversation to that, why it's so important to you to move, and then you can hear why it's important to them to stay, because what will happen is it won't give you exactly what you want because you're both kind of canceling each other out. So you might come up with the right house or the right place or the right condo or apartment or whatever, or yurt or RV, but it's not going to follow through because there's this rub. And so sometimes it's this whole thing of like, I don't want to say this. This is not necessarily for Heather, but this is for someone else listening because Spirit's interjecting, is that sometimes you're really asking, do I want to stay with this person? Because what's happening here? What's happening here? And even bringing that to the conversation, connection, commitment, and say, listen, we're on two different trajectories, and these are my reasons why. What are your reasons why? And maybe you're growing apart. And so I think a few different things are at stake with this question, Heather. But if you're trying to find the perfect home and trying to manifest that, you have to really barrel through someone's blocks to make that happen. Because otherwise it'll be this constant cancel, right? Because there's free will. But if you were to be like, all right, I'm going to bubble them up so that I can find the perfect home for us, and I want to be connected to the highest being that's aligned with my truth, that can come forward and help me house hunt, that he'll find that this is a great space for both of us, and these are the whys, and get together your wish list, right? And then say, is it for our highest good to move? Is it for my highest good to be in this place? Great, great, great. Why not? All these questions you can bring to the cosmos to go, help me find this right, peaceful, perfect place. These things will help build the building blocks for manifesting it in the real and having it come to you. This is what's going to help make the world a better place. Truly, truly, truly. Hey, as you follow my teachings, I've created this journal to be your companion. Your 11 Soul Senses is a journal for self-discovery. It's an invitation to deepen your connection to yourself and the world around you and others. This is a good thing. Your soul senses are experienced through your higher conscious awareness. Through them, you perceive the spiritual aspects of your environment, the energy patterns, vibrations, soul level experiences, and underlying feelings. I'm laughing because I'm reading a script and it's going a little slow for me. Fully tuning into your world in this way, you increase your awareness and you begin to live your unlimited potential. These are my words, but I had to write them down to remember them. This journal is for you to document your quest for self-discovery. This is a good idea. Definitions are in there to help you understand how you are perceiving through your soul senses. Don't forget, I'm all about contemporary language. Prompts and quotes that we've added guide and encourage you. The empty pages are there for extraordinary exploration as you connect with your own higher states of awareness. I think I moved my eyeballs away from looking at the camera. But listen, to get yours, I invite you, I'm encouraging you to head to constancemessmer.com and check out my shop. Listen, I did it for you. All this I do for you. You know that. I believe in you. You got this. Thanks for tuning in. So I think it was Julie that brought it up, that sometimes when things don't come to fruition, it's because it's actually not for our highest good that it does. I agree with you, Julie. I also think that sometimes that's why I say almost enter into dialogue with it. Like there's some things that I know I'm supposed to do in my work, and I'm like, can it just happen now? Like, bring it. And Spirit's like, don't you wish, Constance? That's not how it's going to work. You have to write these books first. And then I'm like, why do I have to write the books first? Because you promised it as a soul. Can I rewrite my promise? Can I right? My soul agreement, and spirit's like, no, because you'll be disappointed that, there's a reason why we're asking you to write these books before we bring you out on the world tour that is paid for. I'm like, okay, fine, fine. So if you're having like misfires on things that you're trying to manifest, ask, are there steps? What are the steps? Keep me open to the steps, keep me clear, keep my ego out of it, and follow your soul senses to the steps. That's really important. Sometimes people just like want the magic wand wish thing happening, but it's really about this co-creative process where you're supposed to follow the steps to get to the big prize that you're after. So that's always cool too. Yeah. I think, is that everything? Yeah. They're saying for the time being. I'm like, are you going to have me write that book on manifesting? Mesmer on manifesting, Mesmer on mediumship, Mesmer on manifesting. They're all coming out to bookshelves near you. Hey, Constance Messmer here. I just want to do a shout out of big thanks to all the members. I am so grateful. And all the people dropping in and giving little donations here and there and super thanks and all that stuff. I really appreciate you. You members and you people contributing and subscribers are what helped me bring this content to everyone, really. They both contribute to the cost of production, and I am definitely grateful for that. This stuff is not cheap to put out. Oh my God. Oh my God. So every little bit helps, and I am filled with gratitude that you're stepping up. I am not necessarily a joiner, not usually, but there are environmental issues and other organizations that I do belong to and I contribute to because I like to see them persevere. And I'm hoping you feel the same about this work. I hope you put it into practice in your life. That's another way that you could spread this work and help change our world, which is what I think it ultimately does. As you know, I think if everyone tuned into their soul senses, the world would be a much better place. So when you subscribe, it's a big yes vote for the content, and it helps spread the work across the planet. So when you put the lessons into practice and subscribe and like and share, you help me help you carry the lesson beyond you and me. And I am just really grateful. Legally speaking, this podcast is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes. It is not intended as a substitute for medical diagnosis, treatment, or the advice of a physician, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. You should not use this information to diagnose or treat a health problem or condition. Always check with your doctor. Thank you.